In this video, you would learn how to make a new module in EDL. Here's the symbol for the module. So you can click on it and then you can select the module. If the module is already built, you can find it here. If not, you would have a new module. So I name it my module. So this is the module 1, and then you can see this is basically a block. So go back to place only one module here. So the first instance of the module is number 1. If you want to place another module, then it automatically get another number. So now we want to go inside this module, see what is inside it. So I select it, it has to be highlighted, and right click on it, go to the edit module. Now you can see inside that module there is no circuit because obviously it's a new module. So we want to make a circuit inside this module. So let's make anything one here. So let's say we want to make a combination of, for example, logic gates. So I select the components from the ngSpice digital library, and I put an AND gate here. Let's say another one here, and then I can select another component. For example, let's say we put a inverter here. Okay. So, and then I connect them together to make my module. And press escape to go back to this, and let's put an OR gate here as well. Okay, so let's say we have a combination of logic circuit here and we want to make an IC out of it, right? Or package out of it. So this would be inside that module. If I go back to my circuit, now you can see the circuit is inside, but there is no access to the circuit. So we need to place some ports here, right? Okay, so the circuit is here, but there is no way to connect to the circuit after this back. So here's the port. So you need to add the ports to your module to be able to communicate to the internal circuit, to connect to the internal circuit. So you go to port, and then I add the port for the output. And before connecting the port, it's better to go to your internal circuit and then change the name of these nets. So you can change the name of the nets and then add the labels. So I put the labels here first, and I can type name, and the name property of each net when I click on it can be changed. So I change it to, let's say, X, this is Y, and this is Z. So when you type the property here, then by clicking on each net, the same property will be activated. You don't need to right click and go to the property and so on. So I changed the name of the net so I know X and Y are the inputs and Z is the output of this module I made. Now let's save it as, for example, modules. And now I go back to this module. Now when I add the port, so In the list of the nets, I have all the nets from the internal circuit. These are the internal nets. I don't need to have external access to them, but I can select this would be X, this would be Y, and then this would be Z, and then escape. So now I have access to the internal circuit, and then I can save it, and then I can connect inputs to it, I can connect outputs to this, so this would be like a new element for myself, and then I can use it in my design. Now that you have defined the module, if you want to make a complex circuit as a combination of several similar modules, you can go back to the module, and then now you can see my module is added in the list, so you can add it. Okay? You can add several instances and of this module, and then you can do any combination of the modules, or you can add some external devices and connect them to the module. So you can do several things easily. And in case you decided to change anything in your module, you just need to change one of the modules, and then because these are the exact copy of each other, so now you can go back to the module. You can select any of them, right click and edit property. So edit the module. So let's say we want to change this the location of this wire here. Okay, just maybe like this. You can change any component you want here. And now I go back to my original page, and then I check this module. Okay. Always need to go back to the mode, so it's so edit module, and you can see the same change is copied here. So that's the benefit of using the modules. So keep in mind that when you change anything in one of the modules, all of them would be affected. Now we want to add another input to the module. So first I go inside the module to change its the name of the net I want. So you don't have to do it, but it makes more sense to have a meaningful name for it. So first I add the label to see the current name. So it's M3. Just type name here on the and then click on it. So I change it to, let's say, W. So I would have a third input here, and you can show it the insert, and you can press escape to go out of this mode. So I made this change, and then I save it, go back the module. I still don't have this W here, so I have to add the port, and then I add the port here. Now the W is showing here. Now as soon as I add it to the first module, then you can see all of these modules would have the input. Right now I have access to all three inputs of the module that I have.